Hello and welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. Tonight we're going to be playing through some Final Fantasy XII. It's hopefully a very special stream, because I think that we're going to be able to beat the game today. I've been told that there is only one dungeon left for us to do, and we just need to go there and do it. Hopefully you're having a great day. Alright, let's take a look at what we ended up getting. We missed out on a handful of magic spells. Like, we don't have Asunaga. We don't have Bio. Oh, we do have Bio. What is this? Scourge. We don't have Scourge. A couple other things that we don't have. I may as well do it up from here, right? We don't have Asunaga. We don't have Scourge. We don't have Hasteга. But that's actually it. That's actually kind of surprising that that's all that we're missing. We're missing a lot of this stuff. Like, we never found any of these. We only saw, we went out of our way to find Sheer, but we didn't ever find Wither or what are the other ones called? Wither to lower strength, Expose to lower defense, and then whatever the magic version is. I wonder what it would be called, where I would find it. There it is. Adel. So Adel, Wither, Wither, Adel, and Expose. Wither, Adel, Expose, and then what's this one here? Oh, that's 1,000 needles. That's fine. We do more damage than 1,000 anyway, so we don't actually have to worry about that one. But other than that, we got everything. We got all the espers as well. Not bad for mostly not looking at a guide. I mean, I looked at a guide for one of the espers. And I looked up a guide in order to get Cleanse, the white magic. Where's Cleanse? I feel like here it is, level 7 white magic. Alright, I've got, let's do one more thing before we actually go on. Let's sell all of the loot that we've accumulated, since we won't be needing it anymore. so many things. Wonder what the final number is going to be. Are we going to reach 1 billion? We haven't sold in a really long time. I think we'll reach 1 billion easily. Be so easy. Well, I think we might make it, but I think it might be close. Oh, those charger bardings will be kind of what helps us out there. We have 50 of those. Yeah, we hit 1 billion. Well, I actually don't need the black orbs anymore. And it's very easy to farm them as well. Wow. Where do you get blood-soaked bones from? I have so many of them, and they were so expensive. I wonder if we have enough of this stuff in order to craft any legendary weapons after this. I don't really understand the bazaar market. You have to like sell some materials. I never looked up whether you had to sell them all in one setting or whether you had to sell them over the course of your playthrough. Closing in on the end of the sellables. We almost made it to 2 billion, which I am surprised about. I know it's been quite a while since we last sold stuff, but this is quite remarkable. I don't think we're going to hit 2 billion though. Unless we have like 99 of something super expensive later on. Now we're at the end here. Alright, let's see what they got us for with all that stuff. Let's go from most expensive to least expensive maybe. Whisker of the Beast. 1 Kanya, okay. A cursed necklace. Oh, that's useless to me. Jewel of the Serpent. That's interesting. Hunter's Monograph. Mage's Monograph. That's good. I like that one. I also like this one too. Yeah. some new black bolts. You don't actually have anyone that uses guns. Time bolt, that's a new one. 99 pebbles, why? Is that better than what I have? Oh, it is. On hit immobilize. Doom? Yeah, no thank you. By the time Doom actually finished, most things would be dead. Well, that actually honestly surprises me. Apparently I already have the best setup for everyone. Oh, that's not true. Penelo can actually upgrade from white robes to black robes. Which is actually especially nice because it actually lowers speed. I thought that it increased speed. Increases their magic power though. And more defense. Yeah, everyone's already capped on how good their stuff is. Why is a circlet so powerful? Circlets are usually like level 1 mage items that you get at the very beginning of the game. Even though guns are weak, they actually ignore defense, so they're not as bad as you would think they are. They're pretty bad though. It would be great to be able to give these people things other than rose corsages, but having my white mages and black mages not be able to be silenced is just too good. I wonder if I wasn't supposed to sell that back. Oh well. Oh yeah, right. One other thing is, what were those key items that we just got? Enables the acquisition of superior loot from fiends, beasts, and avians. In addition to that, we also have constructs, amorphs, and undead, and elementals. go to the Bahamut. I guess I'll save first. Since you want to warn me about the point of no return, even though I already knew about the point of no return.
This wind, what could it be?
A tornado? Tornado? It's headed right for us!
We've got to get out of this way!
Larson.
Make your target the Resistance heavy cruiser.
Our dear Cid, slain by his son. A common tale of late.
Firing solution complete. Sighting is good.
Release valves open. The nether sizes are critical.
Auxiliary show clear.
Put an end to this. They have already surrendered.
Let us make of this an offering. One he might see even now. Vina, what say you?
Oh no. Vanal left Cid and came to Vane.
The main battery stands ready.
I beg you.
Fire.
That's powerful.
Why this?
Once they see that there can be no surrender, the Resistance must needs come at us with all they have. We will answer their attack head-on and destroy them, before the eyes of all Rabanastre.
If you do this, the people will only grow to hate you the more.
And should I pardon them, they will only rise up yet again.
I do not believe they would. In cooperation lies our hope. You are mistaken. You are wrong, brother.
And if I am? You had best find the strength you need to correct me then.
Ship sighted ahead. A score or more. The Resistance fleet, my lord.
Hear this! Today we write the first page of a new history. Our history. Each of you must play his part. Put down this rebellion. For Arcadia, we fight!
For Arcadia!
May fortune favor us all.
Keep your formations tight. Give them a warm welcome. Many more to choose from. Right for the taking. Remember your training. We'll make it. Hey, Brad, with me.
All ships clear.
Give word to the cannons. Make ready and fire.
It's very Star Wars.
We have a clean line.
Prepare the second volley. Be quick.
He's moving out of the way so they can fire the cannon.
By the gods.
Carrier Galefal, she's lost. Unknown ship from abaft.
Could it be?
I don't know who that guy is. Should I?
Uncle, it is I. I'm crossing to the Bahamut to stop Vane.
What are you saying? You are too rash. Your
That's
duties come
the
after the
uncle
battle is
from,
over.
If we
Fujerba.
allow them to destroy us here, there will be no after. You must assist our charge.
Stop! You must pull back. Stop the stall.
Hold it. I mean, wait. This is Larsa Solidor. I'm going in with her, so we're fine. I got the princess covered.
Larsa Solidor? So you hold him as a hostage?
No, Uncle. He will fight with us against Vane. Leave it to us.
How did Larsa leave the ship?
Understood. Our fate is in your
get into the
hands.
same communication channel that Ashe and
Yes.
the uncle
I got the
have.
princess covered.
Well, I
Oh,
should say that. We're relying on you for fire support.
Okay,
Give them something to
there was
think
a,
about. We'll pick our moment and make our move.
You did a really good impersonation of Larsa there.
Quite the welcome. Careful.
One follows.
Ah, you want to dance? Then let's dance.
A new partner.
It's not easy being this popular, you know. There it is.
Come on. Come on.
Alright, we just auto-saved. Sky Fortress Bahamut.
Vane will be in the fortress's command tower. I saw something of the like on our way in here. Right above our heads.
We need not fight all the Empire to win. If we can get to Vane, we can put an end to this war.
Let's get going then. Find Vane wherever he's perched and knock him off.
Piece of dark matter. You can use that as a weapon and it does a lot of damage. No map for this area. Hey there, Amazara. He's never gonna get wholly off, I don't think. So you should just use Drain or something. Green Magic is the secret MVP of this whole run. It doesn't have very many spells in it. Spells it does have. Drain, broken. Siphon, broken. Am I going around in circles? I don't think that I am. This one is not more attacks like that. Directly above, directly below.
We need those ready fighters. Enemy squadron still incoming. What are you waiting for? Fire! Fire!
Like they could just attack the cannon directly.
The line is drawn.
The Resistance fights their battle well. We dare not fail them. We dare not falter.
Stop worrying. We just have to clean up here, and then Ashe will be the queen.
It's kind of hard to believe. I can't even imagine trying to rule a whole kingdom.
A queen might always run away with the help of a sky pirate looking to raise his bounty a peg.
I doubt our queen would need the help of any sky pirates.
Do you really think me as strong as all that?
Who said anything about strong? You'll make it. You got good friends.
Why don't you want to attack the thing that's double the damage and just attacking most of the time. Since they are actually not immune to Siphon, this technically can't go badly. run out of magic points twice. And once I get enough of them that don't have reflect. Like what? What are his attacks? Nearest visible. Character MP less than 30%. This is a useless one. It needs to be lowest HP. I have never learned what this is for. I guess it's just to like see what the different items is. Some of the enemies are immune to siphon. So we're making our progress though. Currently have equipped on Bosch. All about. Those Genji gloves. He's got ally enemy Sigma, so I'm going to just have Bosch attack. And in fact, I'm going to make him like really attack. lost time.
So you have lived.
I am Judge Magister. Even in disgrace, my just reward for aiding the Empire that destroyed my homeland.
I have no idea who this guy is.
Gabranth, do not blame yourself anymore.
Is that...
You confound me, brother.
Yeah.
You failed Landis. You failed Dalmascan. All you were to protect. Yet you still hold on to your honor. How?
I had someone more important to defend. And defender I have. How is it that you have survived? Is it not because you defend Lord Larsa?
Silence! All was stripped from me. Only hatred for the brother who fled our homeland remains mine. Tell me, why do you forsake that which you must hold most precious?
I do as I must, brother. Or is that not answer enough?
Futile Bosh. Long have I walked in hatred's company. As long as I can curse your name, I shall not be defeated.
Then come! Wield your hatred and crush me. I welcome it.
He's gonna do that. He's gonna do that one. He's gonna do that one.
Your life ends at my blade. Have you your fill of this?
I would ask you the same. Let this end, Noah.
I've no right to be called by that name.
Then live and reclaim it.
Don't get to talk to his brother.
I bid you welcome to my sky fortress, the Bahamut. I must apologize for my delay in welcoming you aboard my ship. Permit me to ask, who are you? An angel of vengeance? Or perchance a saint of salvation?
I am simply myself. No more and no less. And I want only to be free.
Such a woman is not fit to bear the burden of rule. Weep for Dalmasca, for she is lost. Observe well, Larsa. Watch and mark you, the suffering of one who must rule, yet lacks the power.
Yes,
No.
Pay very well attention to this.
No, brother. I will not. Though I lack your power, I will still persist.
Bold words, child.
If only you just kept quiet. Now you're probably going to die. Right before we could have saved you. I guess maybe you won't die.
Lord Larsa.
Maybe Noah will save you.
Your lives are forfeit, and your insurgents with them. Dalmasca will again know order. For good and all, I shall bring your futile attempts at rebellion to an end.
What am I to do with those who would oppose me? But show them death!
Lord brother!
Don't get any closer now, you fool. They never learn.
Manufactured nethicite.
Don't I have someone with like
Behold the
5
power
minutes
left
left
me by
as well?
our fallen friend.
Maybe I should
Gabron,
summon Ultima.
you will defend my brother. He will have much need in the hell to follow.
Yes, I will defend Lord Larsa.
The hound strays. Treason bears a price.
One I gladly pay.
Do I get to use all 6 of them? That'd be a little insane. We would never lose. There's more than one? Oh, there are. Okay. Wait, shouldn't he be using... Oh, I have them out of order. Oh, he's in... Oh, no.
Ivalice will know a new dynast king, and man will keep his own history. The tyranny of the gods is ended. We are their puppets no more. The freedom for which we have longed is at hand.
That looks like it's gonna hurt. Yeah, that looks like it can hurt a lot. It doesn't hurt a lot. Immune to magic. This also looks like it should hurt. That looks like it should just automatically end the battle. He read his limit break? That wasn't even his limit break. Why was his sword so powerful and glowing like before?
Even a stray has pride. Here I pay my debt.
Burn in hell! Covrons!
Oh. What is that? More manufactured at the same? Why'd you get rid of the sword before he jumped down there? But now let's him live to see another day.
Ashe, tell me, he is a good master? Aye.
Kana! I have failed us both. I am no Dynast King. You must find another. One who might realize your ambitions.
They are fulfilled beyond your knowing. The Christ is sundered. Age of Stones complete. From the Undying Ones, the world is freed. You shall not tread this path alone. Together we go. Come.
Won't Sid be eager to learn what has happened here? History begins anew.
It's kind of interesting that the good guys and the bad guys have the same plan to rid themselves of the Undying. A lot of power he's got. He should not be able to win this fight. Doesn't have an HP bar. That's good. Doing 0 damage to him. It's not taking very much damage. Just like buff us up. Can't drain. I'm afraid of using Holy on him because he might absorb it. Immune to magic and physical attacks. Fran should die here, right? No, I guess it depends. If it does like 2,000 damage or even 3,000 damage, I'll barely live. I mean, we shouldn't live something that looks like that. That just looks awesome. I mean, you don't want to fight this team. GG. That ended up being tougher than expected. I couldn't like put the controller down and let the gambits play itself. He had too many immunities throughout. also looks like it might not be over.
No fuel goes to the Glossair engines.
Damn. Vaan, you're in charge. I'm checking the engine room.
Right.
Fran, with me.
Look! Bahamut's Glossair rings are stopping!
I feel like Glossair rings are supposed to be things that I know.
Take off, understood? You can fly her, Vaan. Just do it like I told you.
Don't worry.
Penelo, watch for interference from Bahamut's Skystone. The Strauss a fickle girl. You keep her working for us.
I'll see what I can do.
Passing the torch to the next generation.
Ashe, look after Larsa, will you? If House Solidor should crumble, the Empire would fail, and civil war would take us all.
I understand.
The Lord Larsa is our last hope.
Vaan, the power's back. We can go.
Right. Let's go. Grab onto something.
Sir, it's the Stroll. She's left Bahamut. She's moving away.
The Stroll. They made it. At last. The Bahamut has fallen. The final test is upon us. The judges shall rule us no more. Main cannon on the Alexander.
This is Judge Magister Gabon. All forces cease fire. I repeat, all units of the Arcadian army, hold your fire.
The battle is over. As of this moment, we have signed a ceasefire with the Shelia Benargan Dalmasca, Her Royal Majesty.
Attention. This is Larsa Farinus Solidor.
My brother Vane has died with honor in battle. The Imperial fleet is now under my command.
Sir, your orders, sir.
This is Ashelia Dalmasca.
The Lady Ashe. Thank the gods you live.
I confirm what Judge Magister Gabranth and Larsa Solidor have said here.
Please stand down your attack. The war is over. Ivalice looks to the horizon.
A new day has dawned. We are free. Look, Vaan, the Bahamut.
About to land into Ravenastia.
A message from the Alexander.
Take it.
Sir.
This is Judge Sargabath, Captain of the Alexander, flagship of the 12th Dalmascan fleet of the Arcadian army. I address all ships in Ravanasta's airspace. The Bahamut must not be allowed to fall on the city of Ravanasta. We are preparing to ram her. Do not interfere.
Madness.
Should she fall, the paling will not hold, and all Ravanasta will be obliterated. All ships, concentrate your fire on the Alexander's remains once Bahamut is clear of the city.
Hasty, aren't they? I think it's a little early to be throwing away our lives just yet.
Balthier? Wait! Balthier, where are you?
Oh, Vaan. Sounds like you made it out okay. The Strah's a fine airship, eh?
What does he think he's doing? Balthier!
Marquis, stop that fool judge on the Alexander for me, would you? Just getting somewhere with these Glossair rings. Almost done. Don't want him ramming me before I fix them, do we? Ah!
Balthier, do you understand exactly what it is you're doing?
Princess! No need to worry. I hope you haven't forgotten my role in this little story. I'm a leading man. You know what they say about the leading man? He never dies. Let's fly! Fran, power to the glossaire rings. Fran? Do I have to do everything around here?
Listen to me, Balthier. Get out of Bahamut immediately.
Please, Balthier! You mustn't die!
Please, Balthier. Come back.
I'd say you're in more of a supporting role.
Fran, please.
How did we plan on escaping this situation?
Vaan! The Strahle's in your hands. You'd better take care of her, you hear? If there's one scratch on her when I get back...
Roger that. We'll be waiting for you.
Balthier!
Oh, that's the credits rolling.
It's hard to believe a year has passed so quickly. Rabanastre is finally back to the way it was, like when my parents were still alive. We've lost so much.
Is that
but
what
I think it's
Pinello
important
looks like
to put
now?
the past behind us and keep our eyes on the road ahead.
I think that's supposed to be Pinello.
Ashe's coronation is next month. She grows farther and farther away from us, but I guess that's how it has to be. She is queen now, after all. I am looking forward to seeing you at the ceremony.
You called, my lord.
Bosch is now the judge in Arcadia, taking his brother's place.
How is Bosch? I know he went with you to Arcades to further the cause of peace in Ivalice, but still, I hope he comes back to Rabanastre and Ashe soon. She has to keep up appearances now, so she would never say it, but I think she misses him.
Lose Lhasa, and we lose the Empire. Protect him. I would entrust him to no other's care.
I will keep him from harm. I promise you. For the Empire and for Dalmascan.
Your words put me at ease, brother. Sorry to leave you.
Time goes by, I know you'll see. This sets me I love you enough to let you go free.
Oh, I haven't told you the most important part. Vaan and I had been taking care of the straw, but it was stolen. We had just finished having her tuned up, too. Actually, stolen might not be the right word. If her owner wants her back, there's not much we can do about it, is there? There's still plenty of time before the coronation. So Vaughn's going to pay the two of them a visit. You should see him. He can hardly wait. I'll be going too, of course. Every good Sky Pirate needs a partner, right?
I technically didn't see a body, so I actually don't know if Fran is alive. But it is pretty heavily implied that they are both alive. And that is Final Fantasy XII. This has been the longest playtime to completion that I've ever taken for a Final Fantasy game on the channel. The next closest was, I think, 10, which took 60 hours, and it took us 120, almost 130 hours to finish this one. Pretty impressive. There is a lot to like and a lot to dislike about this game, just because there's so much in this game. They tried a lot of different things. Some of it worked out really well, very surprisingly well for how much there was to do and how different it is from all the other Final Fantasies that came before it. The combat system, actually pretty good. I like the gambits. I like the way that they split up the magic systems. This is a re-release of the original game. In the original game, Final Fantasy XII, everyone had access to everything on the entire license board. And for the Zodiac Age, they added the jobs where they split up all the different abilities or licenses across the different jobs to make things a little more challenging, so that everyone wasn't just overpowered by the end of the game. I think that was a pretty good call. Actually having to choose between, like, you know, your time magic, your black magic, white magic, really helped out. I think that some jobs are still just so much better than others that they could have done a little bit better job of it, either by giving more jobs more things, or giving every job more things, or by, I don't know, giving melee fighters some sort of equivalent to nuking the entire enemy team with Scathe. The music for this game is alright. I mean, you've all heard my complaints about music in RPGs when there's voice acting. If you haven't, basically, I think that games where there's lots of voice acting and stuff like that, the background music tends to be more like literally background music and secondary to what the characters are saying. And when the game is very dialogue and text heavy, then the music is the main thing that's driving the story. So, you know, it was fine. There are a couple of standout pieces, but, you know, it wasn't as good as like Final Fantasy VI or Xenoblade Chronicles 1 or 2. Which is interesting because it's the same composer. Actually, I think 12 actually is a different composer than 6. I don't think Uematsu did 12. What are some other things to talk about here? The characters. and the story, I guess. So the story, very difficult to follow. Maybe because I spent so much time in between story beats doing side quests and things like that. But there's not really a diary log like there is in Final Fantasy XVI or like in Final Fantasy XIII. But maybe, they had to learn that they needed a data log, and there is kind of one in the bestiary. If you go around hunting all the monsters, then you can learn more about the world that way. Some of the game is kind of carried, and the background and lore is kind of carried by the fact that it takes place in Ivalice, which is the same setting for Final Fantasy XIV and Final Fantasy Tactics. So if you have already played through those games and you know a little bit about Ivalice and the different regions, then you kind of know more about this game by default, and you get to like it more. There wasn't really a point in the game where I thought to myself, oh, I actually kind of care about these characters and their goals and what they're trying to do, right? Final Fantasy X did a really good job of selling me on yes, I love this group. Okay, Uematsu actually was the composer for this game. Final Fantasy X did a great job of saying okay, this is Yuna and Tidus, and they care a lot, and Waka and Lulu have their thing with Chapu, and Kimari and Auron. Every character has a very important reason to be on the journey, and I care about all of them. 8 struggled at the beginning with this. Eventually, once we got to the Galbadia, Trev, what's that place called? When we got to Sophie's original garden, then we kind of learned a bit more about their backgrounds, and then it was okay, well, I kind of get why I should care about these characters now. And eventually, Squall became a better person, and I cared a lot more about his story and what he was doing and what he needed to do. At this point, from beginning to end, it was basically this really strong empire showed up and deposed the queen, and she wants to be queen again. And it was just a rehash of that throughout the entire story. And if you cared about Ashe for some reason and really want her to be queen again, then I guess that's compelling enough. But if you weren't on board the first time, then I didn't really feel a reason to care later on. There was the part where I almost kind of cared, where I wasn't quite sure whether she was going to. I mean, I knew because it's an RPG, and I know what everyone always does the right thing at the end. But the character's trying to say, well, I don't know, is she going to take the Nethicite for herself and destroy the world? Was she going to use the Nethicite to destroy the army that's using the Nethicite? Who knows? Maybe she gets power hungry. And that was a little interesting, but she very quickly after that said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go my own way. I think it would have been nice to fight some of the Undying, but we didn't. It's fine. They kind of made a big deal about how they were controlling everything from behind the scenes and how we couldn't stand up to them, but we never actually got to stand up to them. We just kind of severed their connection to the world, compared to something like Final Fantasy IX, where you fight Necron, or Final Fantasy X, where you fight Yevon. I am surprised to say this. I wasn't expecting to say this when I started this game, but this is probably my least favorite Final Fantasy game that I've played on stream so far. Still great, the worst Final Fantasy RPG is probably still B tier across all RPGs, but this one didn't really do that well for me, which is also interesting to say because I've spent more time on this than anything else. Oh, that's actually not true anymore. Off stream, I've been continuing Final Fantasy X and grinding in that game to get the other ultimate weapons and enemies and things like that. So I'd say, you know, good game, even great game, but of all the games that I've streamed so far, not so far, all the Final Fantasy games I've streamed so far, this one is the weakest entry, in my opinion. And we're out of time. That was my synopsis of how I felt about Final Fantasy XII. Did Triangle Strategy have like story log? Yes. Triangle Strategy had an excellent story log. Like every time something happened, you can look up, you know, what happened in the story. You can look up key places, and during the cutscenes, you were able to pause the game and then see like a profile that was spoiler free of what was going on in that scene and who that person was. Final Fantasy XVI has an even better version of that, which I find incredible that they were able to even improve upon the Triangle Strategy cutscene reminders. I mean, a lot of the complaints that I actually have about Final Fantasy XII, they literally fix in Final Fantasy XIII and beyond. Like every game after this has all the things that I'm wishing for, and maybe if I had never played 13 Plus or any of the Square games that came after Final Fantasy 13, I wouldn't have these problems about like mixing up the story and not understanding what's going on and things like that. Maybe. One thing I will say that I probably should have, a couple of things actually. The side quests in this game, there are a lot of them, and they are fun. Like hunts are great. Combat when you're underleveled is really, really fun in this game. Way more fun than any other Final Fantasy game, and that's probably what has led me to playing it so much. Combat when you're overleveled in this game, still not terribly boring. When we play some of the earlier Final Fantasy games that you're going to see pretty soon, combat when you're underleveled is like challenging, but you know, it's fine. It's not really amazing combat. But combat when you're overleveled is really, really boring in the earlier Final Fantasy games. It eventually just boils down to hold the A button or mash the A button. And in this game, you know, even in the final boss when we were obviously way overpowering him, we still had to like change gambits throughout. We had to keep on manually inputting the commands that we wanted. There was a lot more to the combat, and I liked that about the combat. The combat is really the saving grace for this game, I'd say. A lot of people, well, I wouldn't say a lot of people, some people kind of poo-poo the gambit system, but given that there's so much depth and you can still manually input the stuff, I think that it's a great system. And we're going to see a slight variation of that system when we get to Final Fantasy XIII, which will be pretty fun. And also we're going to see a slightly worse version, like a much worse version of it when we play Dragon Age. Dragon Age has a gambit system in it, but it does not have nearly all the options that Final Fantasy XII has. And so it ends up feeling really bad when you play it. After having played Final Fantasy XII, of course. Dragon Age is one of my favorite games of all time, actually. Back to the side quests. It would be nice to have a side quest log, like a, hey, here's some things that you've heard of and that you're doing. But no Final Fantasy game has that from 1 through 13. Everything is just kind of, you have to know what you're doing and go to the right place at the right time and talk to the right person. Final Fantasy 13 doesn't have any side quests as far as I know besides the hunts. And then 14 obviously is an RPG, so they have a quest log. And then I don't know about 15 or 7 Remake. 16 does have a quest log though, so you actually can see what side quest you've been working on and like what the next thing to do is. And it even tells you, hey, if you talk to this person, you will start a side quest. I personally love that. I don't really like the idea of talking to every NPC on the off chance that someone says like, hey, my dog is missing, could you go find it or something like that. I much rather prefer the map showing all the side quests that you can have, and then the game telling you here are the list of possible side quests that you could be doing right now. Very Xenoblade Chronicles-esque, or like, you know, Elder Scrolls-esque. But maybe that's just me from all the Western RPGs that I've played over the years. Anything else thoughts-wise on the game? I've talked about the characters. I don't particularly care for them at all, or like their plots, or like their struggle. Story got good at the very end, I guess, but it was very difficult to follow. There are a lot of different empires and players in play, and like all the judges wear their masks. You can't know who they are, and there's a lot of political intrigue as well, so it's hard to keep track of all the stuff. Music was fine, you know, it's background music, so there's some things that I do really like the Ester Sands and Wester Sands. Basically any music that plays in Dalmasca is pretty good, even though it's still like very simplistic in order to, you know, just have that loop, endless loop and things like that. You know, nothing like, you know, More Ordained or Gower Plains or, you know, anything like that. But it was fine, I'd say, music-wise. Combat, incredible, best combat system that I've played in Final Fantasy so far. Yeah, I think that I got it all. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. We're done with Final Fantasy XII from this screen. Okay, well then I'll begin a New Game Plus then, obviously. I gotta save a New Game Plus file. I don't even know what that'll do for me.
The death of Lord...
I don't want to like play an hour and a half of the game in order to do New Game Plus. Yeah, we're going to take some time to talk about what we'll do after this as well. Like in terms of next couple of games we're going to be streaming. Yeah, I'm just trying to get to a save crystal. One single enemy. Was Rex level 90 the first time I played through this?
Captain?
I am definitely way stronger than I was supposed to be.
Tomberry. You've lived to retire. Well fought.
My thanks, Antlion. Tonberry disengaging.
There's no way you're about to teach me about walking through the blue dots. There we go. So I have no idea what's going on with the New Game Plus. Now I can exit the main screen at least. Wow, there's really no way to start a New Game Plus. I guess because you can't save your game after. I mean, you could. They could have just let you save the game after you beat the game, and then start a New Game Plus from that. But that's okay. Am I able to start a trial mode from using Rex? That's hilarious, I can. Yeah, I'm not doing that though. I don't have gambits or anything like that. It would take forever. Alright, let's talk about next couple of games here. It's still Summer of Smash, so main priorities are going to be Smash, and we got twice a week Unite. We will swap over probably to the PlayStation and start doing some more Final Fantasy XIV. That's going to be, I guess, the next game that we finish. Now that this game is done, I can actually take it out of the Switch, which means that I can replace it with some other game, probably Triangle Strategy. So I still have some work I've been doing off stream to prepare for the final playthrough of Triangle Strategy, because there is one more story piece that I haven't done, and then we'll have 100% of that. And then by then it'll probably be September, and then once Smash is done and Pokemon Unite is, or I guess since when the Summer of Smash is done, we'll be done with Final Fantasy XII. We will continue Final Fantasy XVI as our regular Final Fantasy game for Final Fantasy Fridays. Except maybe it won't be Final Fantasy Fridays anymore, because I think starting September after Smash, we're going to start playing traditional fighting games on the channel. I have a couple of them on the PS5. I'm probably going to be buying Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8 this year. So we'll probably do like 1 or 2 fighting games a week on that. And then we're going to be doing our Final Fantasy 16 as our Final Fantasy game. And then we'll do like some other stuff maybe for the rest. I want to go back to Final Fantasy X-2. So after we're done with our Triangle Strategy playthrough, we're going to do Final Fantasy X-2. And then when we're done with X-2 and Triangle Strategy and 16, then the next one we'll be doing will be Final Fantasy 3. Final Fantasy X-2 is a job-based Final Fantasy game, so it makes sense to go from the last job base to the first job base. And then we'll do 5 after that. And we'll do our 2 job-based games, one after another, to see all the different improvements over the years that they've had. From there, it'll be a toss-up between Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Octopath Traveler 2, and Live Alive. But I think that we'll probably be starting Xenoblade Chronicles 3 around the same time that we're starting Final Fantasy 3. Because these Final Fantasy games are a lot shorter, 3 and 5, like these 2 together will probably be less than 100 hours. Then we'll probably replace our flagship RPG franchise for the stream to be Xenoblade 3 or Octopath 2. Both will probably be, well, this one's probably a 200-hour game, and this one's probably a 100-hour game. This is probably just a 30 or 40-hour game, maybe 50. So what I'm trying to basically do is have like a 100-plus hour game as the only main game we're going through. And then around that, we'll be doing a bunch of like smaller games. So those are going to be new games that we're starting. And then I think we're also going to do some cleanup as well, because there are a couple of unfinished games on the channel. We never finished Pokemon Violet. We never finished Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Never finished Tokyo Mirage Sessions. That's probably like a 60-hour game. I did finish Hello Pie. I got to finish Triangle Strategy, of course. Yeah, I think that between September and December, we're going to try to finish as many things that we have started in the past as we can. While also juggling Final Fantasy 16, followed by either Octopath Traveler 2 or Xenoblade Chronicles 3, followed by the other. It's a lot of stuff for us to finish. Let's see. So we finished Oninaki. We finished by having 100%ed Triangle Strategy. I'm like halfway through Tactics Ogre off stream, but it's a pretty good game. Maybe I'll stream it for you at some point. It's on the list of to stream someday games. Finished Bravely Default 2. We started I Am Setsuna like several years ago, 6 years ago maybe. So we need to finish that. Probably Lost Sphere. I probably won't start Lost Sphere until we've done Chrono Trigger on the channel, because Lost Sphere is similar in that regard. There are a couple of games that are like that. We just finished 12, so now we've done 8 through 12 on the channel, which is nice. And we would have only had one more to do, Final Fantasy VII, but then the Pixel Remaster came out and Final Fantasy XVI came out, so we got a bit more to do. Chrono Cross will be after Chrono Trigger. I own Romancing Saga 2 and 3, which means I probably should buy Romancing Saga Frontier, which is Romancing Saga 1. I'm at the end game of Star Ocean, but I've never streamed it before. These are probably off-stream games. You guys won't probably ever see me play these. This one was pretty good, though. We'll probably do that on stream. This one I want to do on stream, even though I beat it in the past. We do have Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna, Golden Country. That could be something that we pick up. Beat that one. Never beat this one. We could do that one as well. Beat this one, never beat that one. Haven't started that. We'll stream it. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll probably stream these. Probably won't stream this. I've played this a lot and never streamed it. This one's a good one. I'll probably stream it. Probably stream that one. I've already beaten this game. Haven't streamed it though. That's not so bad. We could finish all this by 2024 probably. These games especially are like pretty short. It's like 60 hours, 60 hours, 40 hours, 40 hours. These could probably be done in like 30 each. I've also heard Indivisible is pretty good. That's why I got it. As far as non-RPG games, we got to go through Metroid 2 and 3 so that we can get to Metroid 4 at some point. I'll probably like play some of these Castlevania games. I really don't like the old Castlevania games though. I have like most of them at this point. Because I have the Castlevania collection and Bloodlines is on the Sega Genesis. And Super Castlevania 4 is on the Super Nintendo. And then once we've gotten past Super Metroid, then we'll start doing more Metroidvanias. So the Castlevania Advanced Collection. I don't actually think I have Symphony of the Night though, unless it's in Advanced Collection. And then Raji is an indie game that I think is going to be good. Yeah, I have Fusion. I mean, not only do I have Fusion on the Wii U, but it's also on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I have it on the Wii U as well, though. Splatoon 3 is a platformer? Yeah, it's a platform shooter. You like ink the walls and climb up them and use the terrain to your advantage and jump from platform to platform. Also, the main story is very platformery if you do story mode in that game. I'm probably going to have to... I actually don't know how to delete save data on my Wii U. Because I've tried a couple of times to like reset my Splatoon game so that I could do story mode from start to finish on that. But I might have to like make a new profile in order to do that. Alright. Not gonna lie, the NES games are kind of terrible. There are a couple of good ones though. Kirby's Adventure would be worth playing. We've actually streamed Super Mario Bros. Before, so I'll probably do at least one of these others probably. It's so terrible, I don't even want to entertain the idea of playing Zelda 1 on stream. Zelda 2? Maybe, though. Earthbound 1 and 2 also available. Star Tropics actually is a good game. I've played it. It's pretty good. Have I played Crystallis? I haven't, but it sounds like it's good. And Super Nintendo actually has a lot of stuff that's actually really good. The Super Nintendo, like, legitimately holds up to this day. Earthbound, of course. Breath of Fire 2. Super Mario World. We'll eventually be doing Super Metroid through here. The Donkey Kong countries. And I think that's it. Yeah. That's still a lot, though. Like the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games on a console that released before I was born. On the Game Boy, also this console, not that great. Or at least the games that they gave us. I mean, there weren't really that many good Game Boy games. There was like Link's Awakening, the Pokemon games. Like we'll do Kirby on here. We got to do Metroid 2. Didn't I play Tilt and Tumble? Wario Land 3. I played Wario Land 4 and that was good. So maybe I'll do Wario Land 3. This isn't so bad, actually. I mean, I think Link's Awakening will be good. So that's one. Okay, there's one game that I know will be good here. I know Metroid 2 is going to be bad, but I'm going to play it anyway. And then Kirby's Dream Land will be fine. And Dreamland 2 will be fine. I have no idea about Wario Land, but that's, what, 5, 6 games for that? Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Advance has some really great games on it. I don't even have that downloaded, actually. I'm not going to spend the time to download that. N64. N64 has like a couple of really, really good games. It doesn't have many games in total. And the selection of games that they put on here doesn't really do the console justice. Also, it's a multiplayer console, so it's like, you know, Snap's good, Star Fox is good, Ocarina of Time is good. I've already streamed to that, though. Majora's Mask is good, Crystal Shards is great, Banjo-Kazooie is good. Actually, you know, they actually have most of the good games. There aren't that many N64 games out there at all. Paper Mario is actually like really, really good. Oh boy. It's a lot of stuff to go through. We'll come up with a system for it, though. And then Genesis is actually surprisingly good. Most of these games are terrible, but there are a couple of like good ones in here. So like, the issue with the Sega Genesis is that Sega's plan was, hey, you know those arcades? Let's put those arcade games in a console. The problem is arcade games are terrible because they're designed to make you lose constantly so that you can keep on spending your money. So a lot of these games are unreasonably difficult. And very samey. But there are a couple of good ones. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, that's a good one. Bloodlines, I don't know anything about it. It's probably terrible, but you know, I'll play it because Castlevania. Shining Force is actually incredible. It's actually very, very good. So I'm assuming that Shining Force 2 is also good, even though I've never played it before. Fantasy Star 4, surprisingly good. I didn't know that it was... I mean, I played it growing up, and I didn't, like, before I could read or anything, and I was kind of stumbling through the game. But I'm actually at the end of the game on a save file now, and I was surprised to know how good it was. So it has these RPGs, and then a couple of platformers. And I'll keep trying these games. I mean, I've played a lot of these, like Revenge of Shinobi I played growing up. Alien Storm I played growing up. Street Fighter I played growing up. I played Golden Axe, which was, you know, it's an arcade game. Never played Golden Axe 2. I'm assuming that it's just as terrible as Golden Axe. Oh wait, actually, I've probably played Golden Axe 2 and not Golden Axe. Maybe. I'm not sure which one I played. Space Harrier 2 I played growing up. Altered Beast I played growing up. These games are really, really hard. Like, I know that I was a child when I last played them, but I also have tried playing them all as an adult as well, and they are still difficult, but for the wrong reasons. Now, what they really need to add on this console is Eternal Champions. I was actually kind of good at that game. Not that much on the Genesis, but a couple of really good ones, though. And that, if we get through all that, it'd be a miracle. That's like, by 2025, we'll have done all that stuff. So luckily, we have a very, very big backlog. We're never going to get through it. GBA selection's quite nice. I should look at it, but I'd have to like download it and everything. See how long it's going to take. A couple of seconds. Yeah, not that bad. Now, GBA, one of the better consoles. The best console is the DS because it has all of the DS games and all of the GBA games. But then that kind of makes the best console the Wii U or the Wii because that had all of the previous games through the Virtual Shop, but now the Virtual Shop is closed. So now it's probably just the Switch. It's got Fusion, Mario and Luigi Superstar, Minish Cap is probably okay. Fire Emblem is, I mean, I played it and beat Lin mode, which I didn't know was easy mode back in the day, and just said, okay, cool, I finished that game and put it down. But turns out that after that you beat Eliwood mode, and then after that you beat Hector mode. I'm not that enthused about this selection. I'd really only play like 4 of these. And I only know that one of them is great. Like, these are just repeats of previous games. And this is probably fun online against people. And this is also probably fun, but like, not for hours and hours. Well, the GBA as a console has a very big selection of games, but, you know, they haven't been added to the Nintendo Switch Online service yet. Things I didn't get around to talking about. I can't really remember all of them at this point, but Valkyria, Profile, Star Ocean, Diafield Chronicles, Final Fantasy XV, and Final Fantasy Strangers in Paradise are games that I have wishlisted on my PS5. And also, once I get the PlayStation Online service after the Summer of Smash, then I'm going to have access to a whole bunch of PS3 and PS2 and PS1 even games. Wishlist check. That would take a really long time. I have 160 games, a little bit more than 160 games on my wish list. I actually just looked at it the other day. They don't even tell you how many you have on the wish list anymore in the eShop. You have to go onto the Nintendo Store online to find out how many you have on there. They also used to have like a running total of how much it would cost for you to buy your wish list on the spot. They got rid of that feature as well. Because I think that they just figured out that people would just start removing things from their wish list when they realized how much they would have to spend in order to buy it all. Yeah, but I'm a sucker for, like, you know, all sorts of stuff. Like, I'm not even going to go into the eShop because it's going to have forever, but, like, pretty much every week something comes out that I would like to buy. Let's see. What came out this week? All right, nearly every week something comes out that I would want to buy. A close one would be Atelier Marie, but I'm okay. I don't want that one. Tales of Reverie, that's a Trails into Reverie. You know, that was that week's game. Also Echo Blade. Sentimental Deathloop. No, that's the... I thought that was one, but that's actually the visual novel. The hardest part about, you know, looking at what games to get is to avoid the visual novels. Because I don't mind a lot of stuff for, like, how come it's... I guess you only get to see the last couple. I would have sworn that it would say, here's what's new every single week. And you could go back in the past and see what was new back in the past. But I guess they only show the most recent ones. Yeah, I actually do look at the eShop news and, like, look up every single week what the new games are. So I have a very, very long wish list. Nintendo changed my mind about Pikmin 4. As in, you didn't think it was going to be that good, but then you played the demo and now you love it? Or what? You're going to actually buy it, yeah. All right. We finished Final Fantasy XII. Got a new game plus save file. I think that's going to do it for us. Tomorrow, Smash probably, unless I just work late. Tuesday, Smash. Wednesday, Pokemon Unite. Thursday, Smash. Friday, Smash. Saturday, Pokemon Unite. I need to figure out what I'm going to do next. I think that the very next RPG that I do, or the next game that I continue on with, will probably be Forspoken. At least that I will stream. I have a special stream in store for that. But I can't really say much more about it because there are videos releasing that explain all the stuff that I did up until this upcoming stream. So I think next Sunday we're gonna do Forspoken. Next Saturday, maybe Forspoken in the evening. I don't know. And then I'm gonna work on my off-stream games in the meantime, because I want to kind of get everything up to a point where I can continue back with streaming this stuff. So I've got some Triangle Strategy stuff to do off stream, some Final Fantasy X stuff to do off stream, and some Forspoken. Actually, Forspoken's good for now. So yeah, that's all the plans for now. But if you enjoyed the stream, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. I'll see you around next time. Thanks for watching. Take care, and goodbye.